Now, there's a very exciting new series, F1 The Academy, which is coming out on Netflix on Wednesday. To tell us all about it, former motorsport racing driver Susie Wolff joins us. Susie, how are you?
Really good, thank you.
Good. Tell us a bit about this series then, because it's 15 female drivers, isn't it, across all 5 F1 Academy teams, and it tells a bit about their journey.
Well, for those of you that know Drive to Survive, which I think a lot of people do now, F1 Academy is an all-female race series started by F1 to basically get more young women into the sport, on track and off track. We race alongside F1. It's the best young female drivers in the world, and this docuseries opens up their progression through the sport to F1 Academy, the highs, the lows, the emotions. So we hope that we can inspire a new generation to see that it's not a man's world anymore.
Yeah, I was saying to you, F1 have done so well tapping into this youth market, which is not an easy thing. It's like a holy grail for sport and for other things too. How have they done it? Just through these documentaries?
Well, I don't think it's one thing in particular. I think the sport has just seen so much momentum over the last years. You know, Drive to Survive opened it up. It told the human stories of the drivers, the drama off track, which I think captivated the younger audience. And then, of course, we have the Apple F1 movie coming out pretty soon. So it's just gained a lot of momentum. And then we have iconic races on the calendar. Now we race in Miami, Las Vegas. So I think it's just this new younger fan base suddenly realizing that the sport can be, quite interesting.
Yeah, you were telling us 42% of Formula One audience is now female, which is quite remarkable, really.
It's remarkable, and the fastest growing fan demographic that Formula One has, the 18 to 24-year-old female, which is probably a little bit why F1 Academy exists. We know we have this huge following out there, and it's really about showing these young women that the sport they love is making opportunity for young female talent.
Yeah, I'm sure you won't want to give too much away in terms of what goes on in this series, but I'm sure we can expect similar kind of moments than in Drive to Survive, with that pressure ramping up. Is that the kind of thing we can expect when it comes up?
Well, any, let's say, person that thinks it could be like Drive to Survive, it's such a big success. Let's hope it's as successful as Drive to Survive. But because we are lower down in the rankings, the driver's on a much earlier part of her journey. She's not a superstar yet. So I would say we get more access. We tell more about the human story. And we really show how those young drivers have made it to F1 Academy and the challenges they face. Because in our sport, it's not segregated. You have to be good enough to race against the men in order to make it to the pinnacle of the sport. Is
that a physical problem, though? Because, I mean, you see the G-forces on the sort of male drivers and their necks and their shoulders, they have to be very strong. Is that a drawback, or is that something easily overcome?
I don't think easily overcome, but I do think overcome. I mean, I drove and tested a Williams Formula One car successfully, so I know how tough it is, but I also know it's possible. But I don't shy away from the fact that men and women are different. We have 30% less muscle, but I think we're one of the few sports in the world where it's not just down to sheer power. It's about your ability in a racing car. Obviously, it comes down to driving fast, which is different than sprinting or, sheer strength.
How do you find driving at 20 miles an hour in London? Must be really difficult.
It's really difficult. I hate traffic. I hate driving slow.
I can imagine. Yeah, it must feel very different for you. If we just quickly focus on the Monaco Grand Prix coming up, of course, as well, such an iconic Grand Prix. Just reflecting on the last one and Verstappen's win. I mean, do you feel like he can properly challenge this year and compete this season for the title?
Well, he's done an incredible job so far this season, with a car which maybe isn't the quickest, but that's what's so interesting about the season so far. You have McLaren, they're super fast, but they've got to be able to win races. And then you have some outliers that on a certain weekend can be quick, and that unpredictability is what's making it so exciting.
I saw this morning that I didn't realise this was happening. They're introducing a 2 pit stop sort of mandatory thing at Monaco, because although it's glamorous and it's a wonderful place and everybody has a fabulous time, it can be a bit of a procession, can't it?
Oh, I agree. I love the race weekend, but without a bit of rain, let's keep our fingers crossed that this new 2 pit stop rule will help. But the problem is the cars are just so fast and so big, and the track is still so small. It's nearly impossible to overtake. So qualifying becomes the main focus for everyone. It doesn't look like it's going to rain on Sunday, so we've got to hope that there's some action with a safety car or in the pit stops.
Susie, thank you very much indeed. And just a reminder, that series F1 Academy sounds fantastic. It's coming out on Wednesday on Netflix, so we'll look forward to that. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem at all. Susie Wolff there.